Hi there, and welcome to a new season here on fathappens.com, the post-Easter and therefore the post-chocolate boom season. Time to give up Easter eggs for something much more healthy, don't you think? And if you want some tips on how to get new resolve, how to actually become more determined to make a change to your life and maybe get a bit slimmer, I've got our experts lined up to give you some extra special tips. So today, let's find out how to give up chocolate using SMART techniques. And here's our nutritionist, Nigel Denby.
Giving up chocolate is completely reliant on the type of chocolate eater you are, and that's the first thing to establish. Do you open a packet and eat it before you know it? Are you somebody who can just take a few squares here and there and make it last over the week? As soon as you understand the way that you eat your chocolate, you've got your strategy. You may decide that you actually need to go cold turkey for a couple of months and leave it out altogether. You might decide that you're going to limit the number of days and the amount of chocolate that you're going to have. Unless you understand the type of chocolate eater that you are, you're very unlikely to come up with the strategy that's right for you. I think for some people that chocolate is like alcohol, like cigarettes. It's something that is their immediate reach when things go wrong. It makes them feel good, it can make them feel bad, but it's a very emotional food for an awful lot of people. If you know that you're somebody that treats chocolate and has chocolate in your life in that way, then you're going to have to work really carefully and really using SMART techniques to be able to break a habit, but you can break it without a doubt. SMART techniques are very straightforward, and they're something to use for everything that you try to change about your diet and lifestyle. The first of all being very specific about something that you want to change. So with chocolate it might be frequency, it might be stopping it altogether, it might be the type of chocolate, using a high cocoa solid chocolate so that you can eat less. So that's your S, your first SMART choice. It's got to be measurable. So if at the moment you eat 4 or 5 bars a week, you've got to be able to measure the quantity that you've reduced it by. But it's got to be achievable and realistic. Now, if you do eat 4 or 5 bars a week, you're unlikely to go down to nothing straight away. Realistic, though, also means that there's going to be Christmas, there's going to be Easter, there's going to be birthdays. You are never going to be able to avoid chocolate for the rest of your life. So far better to learn how to manage your relationship with chocolate rather than just deny that there's one there altogether. The last part of a SMART choice is to make it time specific. Once you've made all the decisions and you've got your strategies, when is this going to start?
So remember the SMART way if you want to follow Nigel's tips on giving up chocolate. SMART stands for specific. Figure out what sort of a chocolate eater you are and how you want to change. Be specific about what changes you actually do want to make, like giving it up in the evenings in front of the telly, or maybe you want to cut it out altogether. M stands for make it measurable. Know how much you usually eat, know how much you want to reduce it to, and keep a record of it so you can measure your progress. A is for achievable. No good aiming for an unreasonable goal. If you can't live without chocolate, then try to cut it down. Limit yourself, or try satisfying your taste buds with a high cocoa content type of chocolate with less fat. R is for realistic. Chocolate will always be around, so you have to find a way to manage your relationship with it. And don't beat yourself up about it if you give in to a bit more than you wanted. This is a change that will need long-term work. T is for time specific. Decide when you're going to make the change and then work at it from that point onwards. That's Nigel's advice. Give it a try and good luck.